So I would like to start with a life cycle of a product, of every regular product that you and a normal person will own. Any asset that is, for example, manufactured, right? So what follows after that is basically it gets delivered or transported to a shop or a retail store. At some point, well, some users will acquire those products. And this is how we know it. And it doesn't end there, actually. Well, after that, this product is basically could be resell or could be transferred to another user or another person. What we see here as well is from the beginning of the life of a product, we think that every product has a unique identity, right? So how can we do an analogy between identity, a physical product, or, well, we can use, for example, my washing machine. You could use a smart contract to give it an identity to this device, all right? So let's take an example. A regular person owns a washing machine. It has an identity. What is this machine able to do, or what does it provide? Well, a machine produces data. For example, about the usage, about I don't know, requirements, different types of data, services. In this example, well, the machine, if it's a connected machine, it can, for example, tell the cloud, oh yeah, I'm out of soap, so I can order more by myself. But in the end, well, this machine also belongs to someone, and this is why we think we go back to the same. Every machine or every object has an identity, and therefore also belongs to someone. It could also belong to another machine. So this is why we think we can do an analogy, NFT, for identity. And if we think about the future, machines will be capable of doing what I showed you before, like data services, based on smart contracts, for example, embedded functionality. So we think that the economy of things can be enabled through smart contracts implementations, but we think it will have both for different services. So, and once again, well, ownership, we can do the analogy to a non-fungible token. Well, it's one thing about. If we go back to the first example, how do we imagine this in the future? At the time of manufacture, and token will be minted, and it will be transferred to the shop, and after that, well, the token transfer comes to the user, and at the end, well, they own this device, and the rest of the functionality of the machine can be done thanks to other smart contract solutions, for example. So we go back to our user. And for a normal user, it can be complicated to deal with blockchain. You don't want her to log into the console of the machine or anything just to deal with NFT token. So for this, we would like to present you NEOHome. So NEOHome is basically a user-friendly app to manage your NFT assets. That's what it is. Want to see it again? So how does it work? Now I would like to show you a demo. Let me just, and this is where I wanted to use my computer. Okay. Oh, there you are. My screen. So this is my phone. Has some unread messages. And let's start the app. So basically, can start the app, right? And let's say this device here, it's a smart lamp, right? It was manufactured somewhere, And at the point of manufacture, it actually a token was minted, and it got printed here on a QR code, basically. But before we got into that, I have already some devices in my interface, in my app. For example, the washing machine, my car, and my vending machine that it's on my store. So I'm able. I already own the ownership of these machines because I bought them, and I can also see, for example, what kind of other services are attached to this particular machine. And these are not NFT tokens; these are just other smart contracts, not implemented, but it's listed. For example, about warranty, a smart refill program when the machine buys by itself a product it needs. For example, a smart maintenance program, and so on. The same as for example for the car, for the Tesla. A lot of more of different use cases where we think blockchain makes sense, or smart contracts. And now, well, let's say I want to add my new lamp, smart lamp. So I can here add a new device. Let's put it here. So I just scan the code and bang. Okay. The device is added to my light bulb. So oh no. So there are different parts of the lamp. That's also a possibility. So I can look at it. Oh well, yeah, it has a smart refill program. What does it mean? I don't know. It's not copy paste. Okay. Yes. Okay. So now you know how the app works. It's really easy to use. So we had a focus on that. So yeah. So this is just an example, a basic example of what we are storing in the information for each token. This is just a template for version 1.0 of what. So we create a hash of this message, and this is the hash is what we store in the token at the time of minting. And yes, that's it basically. This is our team, the NEOHome team. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Soon in the App Store.